Hi, Kimberly Marie. This is Salo, and this is your Starseed Galactic Light Language Activation. These are symbols that I see around you. Light language speaks to the soul without words. It's a feeling, it's an emotion, it's an intuition. It goes to the right side of our brain of packets of information. And the right side of our brain doesn't do the verbal language like the left side of the brain or mathematics or facts and information. It is quite different. It's very artistic. And so a symbol that you see anywhere here can mean more than one thing. In Western culture, usually a word means one thing, but when you go to other parts of the world, in Europe and Asia, usually a symbol means more than one thing. Even the Native Americans with their petroglyphs, sometimes it can mean more than one thing. And so these packets of information is like a file. And when you view them, it activates the light in your DNA and it strands together our codons. Our codons, we used to have 60 of them, and now we only have 20. But with the light hitting the planet more and the earth changes, this is awakening our strands of our DNA. Instead of having junk DNA, we are becoming the totality of who we are. And you as a starseed, I really pick up that you come from the planet Venus in different dimensions, because love is very important to you and beautiful things. But I also get the planet Lyra, the music, the planet of music and the harp. And also I get the Pleiades, that you have some spiritual guides from the Pleiades that come in and you connect to your starship. This person here is always your guides and angels in most of the readings that you'll see on YouTube. Connecting to your ship here, transmitting information of this light language here on planet Earth to help awaken you. You are here to help usher in the age of Aquarius, and through your birth date, you are a 9 in numerology, which means that you're an old soul. You've been around the block a few times here on planet Earth or spaceship Earth here as a starseed. And with that, you're taking the totality of all your lifetimes in this lifetime, doing many awakenings here to help others just by your mere presence. How cool is that? I just love it. The 9 is the number of Gandhi too. It's about being the way shower, shining the light for others and helping. You love helping others through your numbers here. Your attitude is a 4, which means you love to learn new things. You're a natural teacher. You love being a student and learning, and once you learn something, you love sharing it with others immediately. And you're also, with that 4 attitude, you're here to learn to have patience. I know it's kind of hard, but you're here to learn a step-by-step occurrence. When you think of the number 4, it's like building 4 walls and having a foundation before you can be successful. And it's about having that patience, which is important. You're born on a 3-day because 2 and 1 make 3. That means communication is very important in the middle part of your life. You have a great sense of humor, my guides are saying, and good writing skills. So write that poetry, write that book that you always want. Keep a journal is really important. And you do really good in social media, radio, television, blogging. Anything in the creative arts is really good for you in your self-expression. And so communication is one of the biggest things you're also here to learn. And then your year that you were born comes out to a 5. So you're supposed to, as you get older, have constructive freedom, kind of like be your own boss, call your own hours, and that is also important to have some travel and see other parts of the country, but also have that constructive freedom in your life. 5 is also a creative number with your creativity of bringing things in the universe. You have a personal year. This year, numerology-wise, you're in a 2 personal year, which means partnership. So if you're with someone, it can get better. And if you're not, you can meet the love of your life this year. So how cool is that? But it's also a spiritual awakening because it's an 11 master number 2. So it's an 11, and 1 and 1 is 2, but in its natural Mastery 11 means self-mastery. You are spiritually waking up this year. You can have some psychic experiences, and opening up of the pineal gland can be a very natural thing. Now, some of these light language here I'm getting is this one's here about being grounded and bringing heaven here on earth with your ideas and having patience and a step-by-step occurrence to get those done. My guides have also said that in your past lifetime, you have really mastered being in partnership. And these are two like energy Viking symbols, but my guides are saying also it looks like birds coming together and partnership. And you've mastered partnership and what other people's needs and wants are, and being very psychic and intuitive. But from those lifetimes, you've given away what your desires are, and you've become more of a chameleon in those lifetimes and not really knowing what you want to do. And so this is a lifetime about you being the leader, you being the way shower, making time for you, because sometimes you have this unconditional, selfless love by putting others first and leaving yourself last. And from that, a lot of injustice can come your way. People can betray you. And that is just an energetic symbol or sign saying, hey, Kimberly, you need to take care of yourself first. So if you don't betray yourself, and you be in integrity with yourself and keep your word about spending the weekend alone, reading that book and taking a hot bath, then you're good to go. But if you betray yourself and go help someone move, and you go to their house and you find out they're sleeping and decided not to move, you thought, oh my God, I could have spent some time by myself. So it's about you taking care of yourself, because when mama's happy, everybody's happy. And through this lifetime, you'll be dipping your toe into many, many roles and hats to find out what your passions are, what your own ideas are, what your own creativity is, and what you want to do is so, so important. You've had some Nordic past lifetimes here. My guides are saying, grounding that energy in. Anytime you see a spiral, it's about major activations in your life and going up to the next vibrational level. You've also had contact with your guides and angels in past lifetimes, and also in this lifetime coming up ever so much more over the next 7 years, my guides are saying. And 7's a very spiritual number. It's about having faith and trust in the universe. Right here is the summation of all your past lifetimes coming together now, gathering that starseed quality, coming into a river of emotions. These are the starseed symbols from Australia to know that you are starseed, activations you go through, self-discovery. And when you place this artwork in a place you can look at each day, it can cause an activation to have clarity and courage, because in this lifetime, you're here to take that chance, follow your passions, have courage, have more moderation in giving. You're just too nice sometimes, so you got to be nice to yourself, my guides are saying. And being independent and innovative for yourself is important, because you've given away all of that in past lifetime. Now you're calling it back, gathering it in, and you doing for you, being the pioneer, the leader, the way shower, as that 9 vibration like Gandhi, shining the light for others. This is the symbol for pi mathematically. That this also can create a spiral of energy. There is some Japanese symbols in here, my guides are saying. But this partnership which you've mastered, now you're here to go into your own partnership with yourself, to love yourself first, do for yourself first, and then you have more to give for your others. And through the clarity of your example, when you love yourself that way, you are showing others how they can love themselves. And that is a very good and important starseed quality. Again, this is a Nordic symbol here of having strength and courage. And in this reading, this is only one interpretation of a million readings from these packets of information. So I just want to come with that disclaimer here today. Also, it's about having a flow, connecting to your guides and angels, trusting your intuition. Your first hit about things are usually pretty accurate, and everything in the universe. Next year, for 2024, you will be networking, being involved with groups and workshops, and maybe some more writing or creative endeavors are very, very important. Doing things locally in your neighborhood would also be very imperative next year. And then in 2024, you'll be in a 4 personal year. And from that, you may go back to school or even start your own business. So how cool is that? So this is just an update. I always like to say too that the blue is expressing your emotions. My guides are saying sometimes you like to run away from confrontation and you want everybody to be happy, but it's important for you to express what your wants and needs are with your partner. And instead of just kind of going along with the show, you need to have that courage and just do it and know that it'll be okay. Express those feelings and emotions. You'll have more activations happening from that. Go through Stargate right here of self-enlightenment and ascension. And from that will give a natural flow to your body in this river of going with the flow and the light in the universe and having more contact with your guides and angels here. So how cool is that? So I hope you like this reading. It's just a short little interpretation of things. Anytime you see a pyramid means movement forward and activation, taking that adventure, just going for it. Know that everything's going okay, having that trust and that love, and being the leader is so, so important. Don't be wishy-washy. Know that you can do it. Communicate with others. Stand up for yourself. Say no to the things you don't want to do and yes to the things you do want to do, my friend. If you're interested in an hour reading, I do those on the phone, going over your astrology chart. We know what your spiritual purpose is through your North Node. We'll talk more about that in some of your past lifetimes. Go over some more of your numerology, and I have my psychic abilities at the end to answer any Q&As that you have in your life at the end from my guides that can guide you. It's all recorded, so you always have it. It's jam-packed. I can guarantee you will love it. So just contact me at salostanley@gmail.com or my website, salostanleypsychic.com, and we can get you going with an hour reading on the phone. How cool is that? Hope you enjoy, and we're going to send love and angels your way. Namaste.